Welcome to Earth Science. Time to go through the practice test you guys did. This isn't the best system, but I'm going to put them here on the screen. We'll look at the question. We'll come down here, look at the reference tables, talk about the answer. Speaking of these, this test is either one of the easiest ones you've taken or one of the hardest ones you've taken. It really is a matter of patience. If you're willing to look at the question, find the vocab words that are in there, every question, almost every question, if not every question, will be sitting right there in front of you. But it's time consuming, so if you just look at the question and say, I guess it's number 2, then you're going to be in trouble. But if you can just take a minute, find the words that are in the question down here, this test should be very aceable. All right, let's get it going. Which medium grain size metamorphic rock is composed mostly of the same mineral as the sedimentary rock limestone? So this is going to make you use 2 different tables. And we saw the word sedimentary in there. We saw the word metamorphic in there. And this one's not too bad. What we got to do is find the composition and see which one matches. Now, gneiss, marble, quartzite, or schist. So if we're looking for the same mineral as what is in limestone, let's go for limestone. Limestone is made out of calcite, so which one down here has a composition of calcites? There it is. So our answer is marble. Choice 2. So again, if you got intimidated by geez, I didn't memorize any of these rocks, nobody's expecting you to. There's the answer sitting right there. What is the texture of an igneous rock formed from magma that cooled slowly deep underground? So a little bit of knowledge is needed here, but really, if you know that means intrusive, cooled inside the earth, and maybe you remember, or maybe you just use the table to say that is coarse or very coarse. That's going to help us out. Now, vesicular I see as one of the choices. Vesicular is up here. Vesicular goes with extrusive volcanic rocks. So right away, 3 and 4 are gone. It's going to be non-vesicular, and is that coarse or is that glassy? And again, it's really down here. The intrusive non-vesicular is coarse. Glassy's up here. Again, that word is associated with extrusive rocks. So if you use the table and you're patient and you cross off things that don't work, you're going to get that one 30-30. Question number 1. All right, 35. 2 photographs below and the arrow between them show conglomerates and the process that changed the conglomerate to rock X. So take conglomerate, put under heat and pressure, and you get rock X. And the question is, what is rock X? And heat and pressure hopefully triggers, and if not, you look over here, hopefully triggers that's a metamorphic rock. Heat and pressure makes metamorphic rocks. Heat and pressure makes metamorphic rocks. Heat and pressure makes metamorphic rocks. So we go to metamorphic rock, right there, and we say, I don't know, I guess the hint here is that the pebbles are distorted or stretched, and that makes a meta-conglomerate. That might not be the most straightforward one, but that's definitely the answer. Conglomerate makes meta-conglomerate. It's mostly, excuse me, it's mostly, let's see if, if you're on the right reference table, you got that one. Brecca's on the sedimentary table. Slate, okay, slate's on the metamorphic. Vesicular basalt is igneous. So it was really down between slate and metaconglomerate. So slate is a metamorphism of shale. That's not it. Conglomerate is metaconglomerates. All right, moving on. 35. Which mineral is produced when 2 atoms of iron chemically combine with 3 atoms of oxygen? Don't panic. It's all right down here. I'm on the minerals chart on the back. Iron and oxygen. Oxygen is O. Iron is Fe. Right there. So now let's just go through these things and find which one is that. If you do the choices, garnet has those. Pyrite is way up here. Iron and sulfur, that's a no-go. Magnetite, ooh, I like that one. And hematite. All right, so if we want 2 atoms of iron and 3 atoms of oxygen, that's what it is. So that one's a little trickier than I thought. But we're looking for hematites just with that combination. It really is just like numbers. 2 Fe's, 3 O's, hematite. I don't think they'd be as tricky on that one and give you as many choices, but hey, New York State. All right, photograph below. This is made of bits of other rocks, so hopefully that triggers in your head that, hey, that's a sedimentary rock. And the question right there says, hey, that's a sedimentary rock. Your job is to tell me what type. A lot of this coming up in this quiz, coincidentally. It is conglomerate, which is made from pebbles and other stuff, all embedded in sand, salt, and clay. It's the mixed particle sizes, rounded particle sizes. There's a mixture of bits. That's certainly not sand-sized bits. Identify the total possible range in diameter in centimeters for a particle to be classified as a pebble. So this one's maybe slightly mean. I wouldn't do this on the test that I'm making right now for you. But it's just I did it on here to kind of be a reminder that, hey, we remember these are our official particle sizes. So if it's going to be a pebble, it can be anywhere from here to here, from 0.2 to 6.4. Those are all in centimeters. So anywhere in that range, and you're okay as a pebble. Describe the evidence from the photograph that supports the inference that the particles in the rock were most likely transported by running water. Again, maybe this one's a little mean because it's from a former unit. This would have been the test you guys would have had right before this whole COVID thing started. We would have been doing it at the end of that week. But if you remember the lab with the sugar cubes, that when you shook them around in the jar, all the corners busted off and they got rounder and smoother. That's the deal here. It's abrasion. So if you said that they're round and smooth because of abrasion, then you're in the right ballpark. Again, that won't be on this test, so don't panic on that one. What 2 rocks contain the mineral quartz? So again, this is like an example, and I'm making the test right now as we speak. There's some questions that are potentially hard, that are really time consuming. This isn't, I shouldn't say both. They're not hard if you put in the time. They're time consuming. If you go to each one of these rocks, cross them off, write down what you got to write, you're going to be able to figure out which ones have it. And I know, like, Gabbro, and you say, holy cow, look at all this stuff. It does take a minute, but eventually you find Gabbro. I didn't do a ton of this, and I'll keep it off your test, but with this igneous one, if you go down below, this tells you what minerals are in it. So Gabbro, quartz is over here. Quartz is in these ones. So I'm thinking, number 1, not for us. Dunite also lives over here on the right, so there's going to be no quartz in that one, so I don't like that. Granite and gneiss. Granite, yes, has quartz. Does gneiss have quartz? Now, gneiss is a igneous rock. And if I come over here to see what stuff is in it, boom, 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 boom. Yes, it has quartz. So I'm liking number 3. I always check them all, though. Pumice and scoria. Pumice should. Pumice, quartz, that's good. Scoria over here on the mafic side, no quartz. So I'm liking number 3. So again, this is not a terribly difficult question. If you're willing to put in the time, willing to take a few minutes. Again, this is the points. Let's grab them, get them all we can. Which chemical formula represents the composition of a mineral that usually exhibits fracture, not cleavage? So the deal here would be, again, let's take some time, come on over here, and find all of these things. Mg3Si4O10 talc, and then I come over here, that has cleavage. So that's not my answer. Number 2, NaCl. Some of you might already know that. That is salt, halite, and that certainly is cleavage. Not my answer. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, calcite, boom, cleavage. Iron and magnesium with SiO4. There it is. That is olivine. And there's our answer, because that has a check on the fracture side. Time consuming, not necessarily difficult if you put in the time. And that's what's good, I guess, this online test. You can just, you're at home, you can take your time, keep it going. Sink some time in here, it'll pay off. What mineral is commonly used as the quote-unquote lead in pencils? This, I don't know if you did this a lot in the lab, but in our minerals chart it has uses. And there it is right there, the first one, pencil lead, graphite. I'll save time and not look at all the other ones, but that's definitely the answer. A lot of people already know that too. What element is always found in bioclastic sedimentary rocks? So we flip around, we go to sedimentary, we go to bioclastic, and it looks like I got them both here. So my choice is, it's either got to be either calcites or carbon. The composition of bioclastic rocks is going to have one of those two in there. So it looks like choice 3 is my best go. I think I'll pause here so this thing doesn't get too long. I'll do the rest of them in a second video. Welcome to Earth Science. We'll see you in a minute.